foreigners come to work in Ukraine. This is known by data of State Employment Service, which issues permits for our employers to use the labor of foreigners. The question is where to find job in Ukraine. You may find plenty of vacancies on the internet. The most popular websites are Работа.ua, Work.ua, Headhunter.ua, OLX.ua. You may also find plenty of vacancies within thematic communities on Facebook and Instagram. The sun is so bright today. According to a law firm specialist, it's not difficult to obtain a work permission for the foreigner. The fact is that the permission is received not by the foreigner himself, but by his employer. So your main task is to find the employer who agrees to pass this difficult legislation procedure for your sake. What documents you need? Copy of passport, copy of education certificate, medical certificate and some photos. The most important is criminal record if the foreigner is already in Ukraine. Or certificate issued in his homeland that the foreigner isn't being investigated if he hasn't arrived to Ukraine yet. The whole pack of documents must be translated into Ukrainian and notarized. However, not all foreigners need to undergo this difficult process. Some categories of citizens can migrate without the permission. Those who permanently live in Ukraine, refugees, employers of foreign sea fleet and airlines, athletes, artists and art representatives, emergency workers, employers of foreign missions, clergy who came by the invitation of religious organizations, participants of the international technical assistance projects, teachers and scientists who came to Ukraine by the request. When the employer receives the permission for applying of the foreigner, he makes a long-term visa for him with the permission to stay in Ukraine for more than 90 days. This is the best option since transit and short-term visas oblige the foreign citizens to regularly cross the border. So what sphere can you find the job in? In the opinion of the head of the HR departments, the foreigners most often work in trade sector, in service sector and catering, cuisines of the world and service sector fields are most popular as don't require special qualifications. Different exotic establishments are happy to invite the foreigner to work. But still, opening your own business here in Ukraine is cheaper and easier. Most often this applies to the restaurant sector and provision of services, as here in Ukraine this is the field for activity. What problems the foreigners face on their way of the official registration? First one is a long bureaucratic procedure, because of which the employer cannot always receive all necessary documents. The second one is double taxation. The foreigner pays tax fee here in local budget, and after returning to his country he is forced to pay fee there as well. If a foreigner still wants to work here in Ukraine, there is one more alternative option. You may register as a private entrepreneur or register your own organization. This is much easier than the employment. First you need to get the identificational number in Ukrainian tax office and then submit the package of documents to the state register. Voila! In a day you can start working. Moreover, many companies here in Ukraine eager to sign an agreement with a private entrepreneur foreigner, thus getting the permission to work. There are two explanations. First, you don't need to go the long way of legalization, and the second, you don't need to pay a substantial amount for another employer. Hope, thanks to this information, the employment process will be easier for you. You liked the video, didn't you? So, not to miss our useful videos, please put your likes and subscribe our channel.